Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 7 pre-lockout discussion. We've got there is a lot of great buys this week that I'm in a rough spot, and it's like a rough spot, but it's also a good spot to be in because there are some great buys, and it's going to be very hard to not pull the trigger. But at the same time, I don't know who I'm trading out for these guys. That's the big kicker. It's like I could get in. I mean, the best example for Feeder, Dave for Feeder. It's very hard not to bring him straight in. But who do I get rid of? Who do I get rid of in my front row, in my forward pack? I've obviously got the duels, so I can get Fafita in for anybody, but who do you trade out? Who do you trade out? I like Nicholson and Horsburgh. You could make a case, especially Nicholson, but the problem is he's come off another 70. He's got a -4 break even. So it's very difficult to trade him out. I guess that's the point, right? So for Feeder, they're taking on the Raiders. It's actually a pretty tough game for the Titans. Feeder is matchup proof, really. Like, unless he's coming up against, I don't know, maybe one-on-one with an Angus Crichton, but even Crichton, like, he is very, very matchup proof, especially back rowers like him, because a lot of times they're not running at their opposite back rower. They're running at the half. So he is matchup proof and he's going to score well regardless. But it is a tough game. The Raiders have been very good. Their forward pack is strong. So you don't have to bring him in, especially because of Nicholson's -4 break even. Because Nicholson will make money. Fafita, if we look at Fafita, right, and it comes down to not having to buy players at their absolute bottom and sell them at their absolute top. I've talked about it many times. Like, the money is not that difficult to come by, really. And obviously Fafita is at a great price. He's got the starting role back. He's 680k. He's coming off a big 130, which, yeah, you knew it was coming. But the big 130 really helps the money making. He made 30k this week, and he's now got a 36 break even. So I mean, equivalently, Fafita could make as much money as Nicholson, give or take, right? So if you won't have to trade Nicholson this week. You could see the minutes with Hosking back and the forward pack back on deck. Maybe you could get rid of Nicholson next week. He makes money. Fafita will make money. He'll be more expensive, but so will Nicholson. Same thing with Horsburgh. Horsburgh will be more expensive, but again, the minutes might be down still. Origin coming up. You could make a case for it. So, yeah, you know what? I think I am. It's hard not to. But I think at the moment, Fafita can wait a week. I think he can. 36 break even. Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's more than fucking. Not likely, but he's more than potentially going to crack another ton against the Raiders. I'm just looking at the trades, dude. So everyone's going Harotti. I mean, I get it. I do get it, but also not really. Like, I think Kale Ero potentially could be back next week or in 2 weeks. You never know, things could happen and he could be going for longer, but I do find it a little bit strange. Just, surely people have money, right? Like, surely people have made their money. I don't know. I'm gonna look at it. I am talking shit about it, but I'm gonna have a look at the Harotti play. But I think Shibazaki and Jesse Arthurs, I think I'm going to hold them as well. So that's the real thing. Let's go through the team and look at what we're thinking. So Mamazoulis, Tommy Starling, I mean, they're just going to be held. The plan this week was to get in Hines or Jerome Hughes, but I'm not going to go Hines, like, I still, like, I don't mind. I could still see myself going Hines soon, but I just can't bring myself to do it this week after coming off, like, some bad scores. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, the Trindle thing, and just, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's that much to do with Trindle. He scored well with Trindle. He's just not looking as good. Like, his play is, like, far worse than it has in previous years. I don't know what's going on. He's not playing badly necessarily, but it's not Nico of a couple of years ago, and I guess people are going to equate that to Trindle taking more of a role, I guess, but I don't know. There's more to it. There's form issues there, in my opinion. The Sharks just have a very good team, so they're not. It's not really getting exposed as, you know, another player would if they were losing. So yeah, I don't know what to think about Hines. And then Jerome Hughes, like, Hughes does have a very good matchup again this week, and there's every chance he plays, but he's got a huge break even. Again, the money situation I just talked about. You don't have to buy people at their absolute lowest, and if they got a big break even, it doesn't matter if they're a keeper, but I'm happy to wait. I mean, he came back early from the hand injury, which seemed to be all good, but he did have, you know, it was wrapped up pretty well last game. Now he's coming off a shoulder injury. Like, I feel like he will play, but there's every chance that, you know, if they do go up, I would say Hughes would be the first player to get an early shower. So I'm happy enough to wait on Hughes. And then there's no other halfbacks, dummy halves. Like, honestly, like, I'm still pretty happy just to hold Starling. I know Harry Grant came back into a bit of form, but, like, he scored, if we look at Grant, he scored, like, under 80. I mean, look at the top dummy halves. Harry Grant is 10th on the list for top scoring dummy halves. It's crazy. He scored 76 with a try and a try assist with a line break assist. And now he's got a 61 break even. Like, he's at a great price, but I mean, you could go him, and if you're going Harry Grant now, you're just going him and you're just locking him into your team for the rest of the season. You know, obviously Origin will come up. He'll probably play reduced minutes. His scores could be lower even in the games he backs up, but you're just going to hold him for the rest of the season. Fuck, he is only 600k. He is really cheap. Like, I could trade somebody to Harry Grant. Do you do it though? Do you bring in Grant? Do you bring him in? Is it worth it? Like, the other guy, Maxi Plath, I would have liked, but I don't know. The more I think about it, I like Plath, but unless Plath was, like, you know, 100k less, like, he's more expensive than Grant at the moment. Like, unless Plath was like 100k less, he was like 500, then sure, I'd probably go Plath in a heartbeat, right? Playing through the middle of the field, safe as houses. I do think he's definitely a bolter for Origin this year, but yeah, very safe, very solid, has a bit of attack. You know, he does have some upside. But the fact that he's literally more expensive than Grant. So I think it's Grant or nobody. Like, Connor Watson hit back well with a 78, but I don't know. You still don't really know the minutes. Like, the minutes have been a bit all over the shop. He's obviously had a head knock here and there. Like, he played 55 in this, 66. He did play the 80 against the Bronx. He's got some good ones in him. I still don't mind. I mean, fuck, Watson's 577. He's 577k. It's almost a straight swap, Starling to Watson. I feel like, again, you don't have to do it this week, though. He's got a 45 break even, so he's very likely to make cash. Tommy Starling has a 27 break even, so he'll make cash. So I think the dummy halves, we're just going to sit on our hands again. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can easily afford to go Mamazoulas to Harry Grant. And do you just do it? Like, I don't know. Like, I would obviously feel more comfortable playing Harry Grant. And there's got to be some big scores coming. Like, or maybe not. Like, it's just the other Storm players are sort of taking all the points. Grant he's looking dangerous, but also he's not running the ball nearly as much as he has in previous years. He hasn't been getting many sort of easy try assists. Hasn't been happening. They're just shifting wide pretty quickly. So, I don't know. I could easily do it. Like, Mamo straight to him. Like, it's not bad, but I don't know. The forward pack, like I talked about, I mean, Fafita is the guy, but again, I mean, you're not trading Payne Haas, you're not trading Terrell May, you're not trading Tino. Horsburgh, potentially. I mean, he's still punching out like 60 to 70. He's got a 37 break even, but the minutes are dropping, right? So 59, 52, 55, 60. I mean, they're a bit, I don't know, they're a bit all over the shop. They have dropped in the last 2 weeks. He only played 52 in this one, but he scored 84, his highest of the season. But then 52 for 65, and then a 45-minute game for 68 points. Like, he's just offloading. That's the thing. Like, but yeah, I mean, if the minutes stay at like mid-40s, then you could definitely jump off. Because again, like, I think Horsburgh will play Origin this year. I mean, the Queenslanders do have some big boppers coming back. Like, they'll have a very strong forward pack and quite a bit of depth to choose from in the middle. But I do think Horsburgh, he just adds so much off the bench. I would love to see him get another crack. So, yeah, I mean, if the minutes continue to be low, you could look to get him off, like, for sure, get him out of the team, because he's eventually going to have a few games where he doesn't, like, offload at will. Like, it's going to happen. I mean, maybe not. I mean, he's just, he's playing a loose game. He's playing a loose game. I wouldn't think Ricky would be loving it, but, I mean, they're winning. They're winning. It's working well, so you can't fault it, but he is one guy, potentially. Eli Katoa, we're not trading. Olakwatu, also, I'm not trading him. Dylan Egan, he's going to make a bulk bit of cash, and we'll see the role. Obviously, he's on the bench, but there's every chance it's a late call up to start again. Sweet. I mean, I'd be a little shocked if he doesn't start and Leilua come off the bench like they did last game. It worked really well. Like, Leilua was sensational when he came off the bench. After like 20-30 minutes, he was very good. So I don't know why they would change that role. Simpkins, our Nuff. I mean, again, this is where, like, there's so many good forwards. At the start of the year, I look back and I'm probably like, yeah, I probably should have just had another one of these guys that I could trade out or make money with, but it is what it is. I still don't dislike it. Lockie Hubner, he's obviously still got some money to make. Yeah, he scored well last week, so he does have a low break even. He is a guy that's going to peak pretty soon, though. I feel like he definitely is like that 45 average mark. He's averaging 51 at the moment, which is good, but I feel like, yeah, he's more going to be around that 45, so you could potentially trade him out. I've got the cash, but I don't want to use all the cash getting Hubner up to Fafita. That's not... Yeah, I don't really want to do that. And then Nicholson as well. We'll obviously get a good week to watch Nicholson. Like, that's the thing. Like, I want Fafita. I really want Fafita. But at the same time, I can just watch Nicholson and Horsburgh. And then next week, we can decide if we're going to go to Fafita. Because the other thing that's it's got me scared a little bit with Fafita. Obviously, he is starting, right? But Hasler, he does occasionally play some silly buggers. He could move Fafita back to the bench and start Cleese halves before game day. I don't think he will. It would be a bit weird if he decided to switch it up, but there's every chance that could happen. So I think it's just a good week to watch. Horsburgh and Nicholson will both make money. Fafita will obviously make money as well, but hopefully, they make sort of similar amounts equivalently, and then, it'll still cost the same amount to go one of those two guys to Fafita. And then also, like, you wait a week, one of these guys could get injured. Like, that's the thing. Like, one of the big boppers that I'm not looking to trade out, they could get suspended, injured, anything could happen, and then you've got an easy trade out to Fafita next week. So I'm happy to hold, as much as I think Fafita's a great trade in. Like, I would love to bring him in, but it makes more sense to hold just with the forward pack strong. Like, it's a sideways... It's not a sideways trade, because Fafita is definitely better than Nicholson. But for this week, I just want another week to watch. And I think it's fine. I think it is fine to hold off on that. Again, because, they're coming up against each other, and it's a tough game for the Titans. The halves, it's fine. The halfback spot is an absolute shocker at the moment. Let's have a look. Who's even like top scorer? I wonder who it is. It's probably like fucking... Is Campbell... No, I thought Campbell might have been... Why is Campbell not dual halfback 5'8"? Is he? He's not. Why? Actually, yeah, I never actually realized that. Why is Campbell not a dual halfback 5'8" eligible? He's played halfback the whole time. That's honestly a bit of an oversight from Supercoach, because they had their updates a couple of weeks ago. They'll have another one coming up, but yeah, it's strange that Campbell doesn't have dual status. Not that it doesn't really matter. I still would probably rather have Campbell at 5'8", but I don't know. I feel like the 5'8s are definitely going better than the halfbacks, like fucking without doubt. The 5'8s, I know people keep saying the 5'8's like a dead position, but there's been some pretty good scores in the 5'8 spot. The halfback is fucking rank. Look at the scores from this week, dude. Jerome Hughes, obviously the injury, but yeah, 16 points. He also kicked a 40-20 in this, so this could have been, like 10 points for a 40-20? It could have been way worse if he didn't get that 40-20, so I just thank you, lucky stars. It's gotta be... I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be Hughes, but I gotta wait. A week on Hughes. He's got 111 break even. I guess there's every chance he hits that against the Dolphins, but I'm happy to wait. Nico Hines, 127 break even. Has he even gone big this year? Not really. Has he cracked a ton? Yeah, he got a ton against the Rabbits. Nico really is like he's a downhill skier, right? Like against the bad teams defensively, he goes very well. The Cowboys, who were fucking shocking early on, he scored 86, and then the Bunnies, who surprisingly have been pretty good, but missing so many players, he obviously cracks a ton. And then 50 against the Panthers, 60 against the Bullies, 48 and the 38. The Manly aren't that good either, so he does have a good draw coming up though. Newcastle is good, Tigers good, Para good, Manly again, and then you got Melbourne into the Roosters in the bye. I just don't know. I'm so lost on the halfback spot. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously not Cherry Evans. Moses is back, and I guess Moses will goal kick with Lomax being out, but I'm definitely not going Moses yet. Like he'd have to show something pretty crazy this week to want to go him. Dylan Brown you could slot in, but and then that's pretty much it for the halfback. So it's a bit of a dead spot. I don't know, and that's the thing. I'm like honestly, the more I think about it, I am sort of like, do you just get in Harry Grant, right, to just solidify the dummy half spot and not worry about it for the rest of the season, I'd probably trade Mamazoulis. Yeah, I probably would trade Mamazoulis. Although, actually, you'd look at the buy schedule. Who would you trade? I mean, you could trade Sanders Smith, but he's only 400k, so I'd rather trade one of these other guys. Canberra play the first buy and the backup game, so yeah, I don't think you trade Starling. Mamazoulis, he misses the first buy, but plays the backup. Yeah, I think just playing the first buy, I think you'd hold Starling, you'd trade Mamazoulis, because Starling also he's got a better like if he plays bigger minutes, he's got a better ceiling. Mamazoulis playing 80 minutes. I mean, it's the age-old thing, like Starling in 60 minutes compared to 80 minutes of Mamazoulis. I'd take Starling every day of the week, but would you go Grant? I don't know. Is it worth it? I sort of just want to, like, a big factor here is that I sort of want to, just because like at the moment it's a bit of a nightmare watching the Storm play, because I mean, I only own Katoa and I've only owned Katoa for a week, so the rest of the Spine boys just ripping teams to shreds. It's a very nerve-wracking watch, so it would help me enjoy the Storm games a lot more if I owned a couple more Storm players, if I'm honest. That's honestly a big reason why I'm heavily considering that now. Going down the 5'8" spot, so the 5'8s are locked in. I'm very happy to hold Campbell running for the season. Metcalf, yeah, I mean, if I had my time back again, if I knew the fucking Galvin situation was going down, then I would have traded Metcalf and held Dewey, who's now playing 7. But, it is what it is. I am curious, actually, so obviously Latu Fainu becomes a bit of an interesting prospect when he's back from injury. What is his price at? He must be cheap. Yeah, he's only 250k. He is gone for a fair chunk still, and there's every chance that if Dewey and Luai kill it, then Latu Fainu might just see himself on the bench still. But yeah, if they want to start blooding Fainu, then he could be a real pickup when he comes back. Obviously, a good downgrade option, 250k. He'll free up cash, and he's got attack in him. Like, obviously, only 11 points in 48 minutes. It is what it is. He scored 46 in 31 minutes. Like, if he plays like a full game, I'd honestly be very happy to play him as a bit of a flyer. So he's one to watch in the 5'8 spot. But I mean, having Campbell there is fine, and then we play Metcalf when he's got a good matchup, or if we need to. The centre wing, a lot going on here. So obviously, Garrick we're not trading, Marju we're not trading, Thomas Jenkins we're not trading, although, I mean, Penrith are looking bad, but Jenkins is still scoring well. I mean, he did get 2 line breaks in this 47, but generally he's got really good base, and there's going to be some points surely for Penrith at some point. They've got a decent little run coming up. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. They do play the first bye in the backup, so yeah, Jenkins is not going anywhere quickly. Purdue, definitely not trading him out after a 120, and not even the one. He's gonna be 600k, bro. He's gonna be so expensive. But not even the 120. He's gone fucking, like, the first few games stinkers, and then 67, 51, 88, 120, and then after the bye, he's got Gold Coast, New Zealand, Penrith, his bunnies again, and doesn't play the first bye, but that's fine. The Cowboys have a pretty good draw, but yeah, I mean, he's gonna be at such a good price to get in like any keeper if we aren't keen on him. Robert Toya, obviously we're happy to hold Toya for another week. We'll wait and see for next week when Billy Smith is back from suspension. We'll see who drops out, Toya, Nwangani Tawaze, or Dom Young for Billy Smith. And yeah, whoever it is, I mean, if Toya drops out, then we probably just go Toya straight to Billy Smith. if Toya stays in the team, then honestly, I'm happy to hold Toya just for a bit of a slow burn. I still think there's points in him. Like, he showed in, like, the early rounds, he's got good base. He just hasn't had any attack. Like, other than that first game against the Bronx where he set up a beautiful try, he hasn't had, like, much good ball at all. So, yeah, I'm happy enough to hold him, but we'll see what happens next week. Obviously, Billy Smith will come in if he's fit and if he's picked. Then, the two fucking difficult ones, Shibazaki and Jesse Arthurs. So, originally, Arthurs was like, he was gone. He was concussed. He wasn't going to be playing this week, and it was, like, perfect because Smith was also out. So, it was like, next week, we're just going to trade Jesse Arthurs straight down to Billy Smith. He won't lose cash. But now, Arthurs has he's only got a 48 break even. And they take on the Warriors. I mean, honestly, I'm not trading Arthurs. Shibazaki, he has got a 75 break even, but they're taking on the Warriors. It is at New Zealand, so it's obviously not an easy travel, but there are good pickups. I don't think I'm going Hiroti. I don't think I need to because I've got cash. Yeah, I'm not going to go Hiroti. I think I'm calling it here. I'm not going Hiroti. If I wanted to, I could get in another gun. There's obviously some pretty good options, but I think I hold both. Like, I think I don't think I need to pull the trigger on any center wings yet. Like, there's good ones. Obviously, Doggies. Jacob Kiraz is very appealing, but he's 700k. Like, he's very expensive, coming off a pretty serious injury. He looked great. In his return. Taking on the Bunnies, he could score very, very well in this one. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes big, but you know what? I keep looking at Dogs versus Bunnies in this one, and it is freaking me out a little bit. I'm like, that could be a big game, honestly. They could absolutely kill them, and Kiraz, like, if he scores a try, he's going huge. He scores 60 to 70 without a try. I like Herbie Farnworth. Let's have a look at what other options we've got on the agenda for the center wing. But, like, I'm happy to I mean, I'm very happy to hold Arthurs. I think without doubt, I'm definitely holding Arthurs. He's only got a 48 break even. If he scores a try, he could go big this week. Even if he goes low, it's fine. Like, we could still hold him, or we could trade him off next week. It's fine. Shibazaki could be traded. Obviously, he's got a pretty high break even. The big score has dropped out. I mean, that big 100 he scored, I don't think, like, it's a bit of an anomaly. So I wasn't expecting Shibazaki to get much more than 550. So, you know, he's 520. It's not a bad time to cash him out. Who would we want in? So, yeah, Kiraz. I mean, we're spending not quite 200, but, you know, thereabouts for Kiraz. What is their draw like coming up? Obviously, it's a great matchup in this one against the Bunnies. Although the Bunnies do have some players back, so they should be strong. Broncos, Gold Coast, Canberra. He does play the first bye, but, like, I feel like he's going to get picked for Origin. Like, if he plays the rest of the games before Origin and he looks fit, I think he gets picked. Like, Lomax is out. To'o you would expect to be back, but they need another winger, and I feel like also Turbo's out. I think Kiraz is the best winger to pick, so I think Kiraz plays Origin, which makes picking up a 700k guy just a little bit hard to stomach if he's going to miss games through Origin. When, you know, there's other center wingers that could do the job over that period and score just as well, basically. Herbie, I love Herbie. He's got a But again, you don't have to... So, okay, you don't have to go... Well, okay, so... I'll take that back. I was going to say you don't have to go these guys straight away. I actually think Kiraz... You probably do want to go him as soon as possible. Just with the... Like I just said, the origin factor coming up... If you wait another week on Kiraz just to make sure he's looking fit, then all of a sudden, yeah, it's only a couple of games before Origin. If he gets picked, it's like, oh, that was a bit of a wasted trade. So I actually think Kiraz, you probably should go early. If you're keen on Kiraz, then I think pull the trigger because you want him for as many games as possible. Like, he is a guy that you can actually chuck like a vice captaincy on Kiraz because of the base. And if he scores a try, he's going big. So I like going Kiraz early. Herbie Farnworth, you're not going this week. He's got an 80 break even against Melbourne. I mean, Melbourne's edge defense is still not great, but yeah, there's no reason to go Herbie. I think next week for Herbie could be a great... Oh, but even... I mean, Canberra's a tough game. Roosters have been better, so you could wait a few weeks on Herbie. He's always just going to sit around that like 650 to 700k mark. You don't have there's no real urgency to jump on Herbie. He could lose some cash in the next couple of weeks. What other center wingers have we got? Nick Meaney out injured. Dylan Lucas. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would like Dylan Lucas back pretty much as soon as he's available, but this is where it gets tricky with Lucas because he's obviously been gone for a while now. He's on the bubble, so he's got like a 0 break even, 18 break even. So when he comes back, if he gets a start, you're very tempted to go straight back to him before he makes money, but the risk of re-injury is always a little bit scary that first week, so maybe you just take a bit of a hit and just make sure he gets through. We'll see, though. We'll see when he comes back. Anyone else calling out to me? There's no one else, really. I mean, I think it's... Well... I mean, the one guy I was keen on, actually... I mean, Beau Fermor is... He's a little interesting now. He's very cheap because he's played centre the last few weeks. He's got 100 break. You don't have to go Fermor yet, but he could be a really good pickup because he started great. He went 68, 80, and then 50. Was that in the... He was probably in the centres as well. So he's played centre the last few weeks and scored poorly. So he's going to come in at a very juicy price. I actually like the potential of going Fermor in a couple of weeks. I mean, I guess he could get picked for Origin as well. I'd probably have him on the bench, honestly, as a Queenslander, just because he covers the outside backs pretty well. But old Mark Nwanganitawaze, interesting. I don't think I could do it just because... Potentially then I would have Toya, Billy Smith next week, and I'd also have Nwanganitawaze. But he has been very impressive. He's made 86k. He's got a 45 break even. But he's been great. In the centres, very attacking. Like, he's looked all class. But if he goes to the wing, like, the carries are going to be up. The try scoring is there. He could be a genuine keeper on the wing. I think it's a good week to watch to see what happens and then see what happens next week when Billy Smith returns. But, you know, I don't mind him potentially next week with Billy Smith. You could stock up because the Roosters cover the buys very well. So I don't hate it. And then... I don't know. You could take a flyer on Xavier Coates after a big 148. Like... Oh, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, how has his scores been? So 76 in round 1, then a 39, a 36, a 25. He only played 15. He missed 15 minutes, and then 148, and he missed 12 minutes. It could have been fucking huge. I couldn't do it. Nah, there's no shot. I wouldn't want to. It'd just be annoying because you'd see like the Storm score like 40 points and Coates like not touch the footy. He just wouldn't see it. So, I'd rather not. But yeah, I don't know. There's less centre wing slam dunks than I thought. There's some good options, but yeah, less than I thought I'd be very keen on. I still don't like if you're gonna go Kiraz, I do think you go him early, but I think I'm going to hold off on the Kiraz play. So at the moment, it's looking like we hold trades. The last big one, and this is the biggest fucking decision, and I don't know what I'm doing because the fullbacks, bro. So it obviously, like, the thing is that just coming off last week, I mean, Gutho with a 54 as captain, Ponga with 34, and then Iongi with a 25. When you have like Tedesco pretty much 100, Pappenhausen with like a 130, obviously it looks really bad and it feels awful, right? You're like, holy shit, I need to get these guys in, but Gutho literally got 130 the week before. Ponga, he's still averaging 65, even with like 2 back-to-back like really low scores. So it's not as bad as it looks. It just looks really bad because they all scored terrible. And then Iongi, oh man, it's like, it's doing my head in, right? Because obviously, I could go Iongi straight to Pappenhausen or Tedesco, and I think both those trades are fantastic. I would love to do both. But Iongi, I think there's big points in him. Moses is back. They're playing at Combank against the Tigers. It's a pretty good matchup. Like, everything going on, like, the Tigers definitely could amp up for it. They could play well, but Moses back. I really want to see how Iongi goes. And it's like, he's also got like, what, a 0 break even? 2? He's got a 2 break even, so he's going to make money as well. It's just the matter of, I can't get rid of him this week. I can't. But I really want Pappenhausen or Tedesco. That's the kicker, right? And Pappenhausen especially, because I think after this week, Pappenhausen for me is probably a no-go. Well, not so much a no-go, but I think he just gets a little bit expensive for what I would like. Like a 136, he's got an 18 break even. He could go up very quickly. Meany, when are they saying Meany's back? Again, I feel like, but this is a thing. I feel like Pappenhausen's going to retain the goal kicking. Am I crazy for thinking that? Because he's kicking really well. And I mean, the only reason Meany took over the goal kicking was because Pappenhausen was injured. So I feel like it's Pappenhausen's to do. And he's nailing it. Like, he's literally nailing every kick. So there's every chance he retains the kicking. Meany is back round 9. So you still get a few more weeks of goal kicking, certainly. And then I think there's every shot that he retains it. It's just, I really want Pappenhausen, but I can't trade Ponga. I just can't. I can't trade him out, dude. Oh man, if I knew Ponga was going to get picked for Queensland, I'd pull the trigger. I would get rid of Ponga. I would be like, you know what? We shouldn't have brought him back in. That was, I mean, it wasn't a mistake. It just didn't fucking work out. But the fact that he's every chance to miss out on Origin, and then he covers the buys really fucking well. So it's like, if you get rid of Ponga this week, right, and then Ponga isn't playing Origin, you would try to get him back in. I can't fucking trade him out 3 times. Like, that's crazy. Or trade him back in 3 times. That's insane. Gutherson, I was actually thinking about trading Gutherson, which is that crazy? I know people are saying that he's a keeper. I mean, the scores are good. The scores are, he's gone 113, 146, 130, and then a 47, 54. Obviously, the 54 is a bit of a killer. The 47 wet game against Melbourne, that's still good. The 54, he still played well. It was just the game plan from the Dragons was really solid. It's just like recency bias. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fuck, I've got to get Pappenhausen in. Why don't I just trade Gutho? But, I mean, look at the scores. Manly this week, it is at 4 Points Park, so not a great matchup. Sydney Roosters, Tigers. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I should just... as much as I want Ponga, as much as I want Pappenhausen, or even Tedesco for that matter, but I don't know. I mean, Tedesco taking on the Panthers. I know the Panthers have been poor, but I don't know. I don't love the idea of trading in an attacking guy against Penrith. I still don't love it. They're leaky, but I feel like they're going to turn it around, right? I feel like they are. Hopefully Tedesco loses maybe a little bit of cash, but we'll see. He probably doesn't. Pappenhausen's the one because he's just... oh, man. Like, he's gone... Even the scores in between are pretty good. Like 66 against Penrith, 65 against the Dragons in that wet game, and then 68 against Manly, and he only played 60 minutes. So he's been really good. He has been really good. I don't know what I'm doing because I can't trade out Iongi. I need another fullback spot, bro. 3 is not enough. I need a 4th fullback spot. What the fuck? So, I'm torn. We'll have a look at sit starts first and foremost, and then we'll have a look at captain and vice captains, and then we'll circle back, and I'll see if there's any clarity in my mind. So, we're obviously playing Gutho. We're obviously playing Ponga. Iongi... we're playing him. I mean, against the Tigers, Moses back. You gotta take the punt on him. Purdue is obviously on the bye, so we're not playing Purdue. Garrick, we're definitely playing Garrick. We're playing Marju. I mean, against the Sharkies, you don't love it, but he's still got a good base. So I'm playing Marju. Playing Jenkins. Yeah, I'm happy to play Jenkins, honestly. Arthurs, we're definitely playing Arthurs. At the moment, well, I'll chuck it on Shibazaki for now, but I think we got some good depth. Campbell we're playing. Cleary we're playing. Katoa, Olaquatu, Nicholson, definitely. Payne Haas, Horsburgh. We'll play Starling over Mamazoulis in this one. Mamazoulis could get an attacking starting go like 60-70, but I think Starling is just... yeah, I'd rather play him. I like watching Starling play. Very good. And then our reserves. Boy oh boy. So we got Tino as well. So yeah, it's a strong 17 all of a sudden. I think you've got to drop Shibazaki and play Tino. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess if Egan doesn't switch to start on the edge, and thank God they play the first game of the round, which is beautiful. If he doesn't, I probably just reserve Shibazaki again over Egan, just for the upside of Shibazaki. I still think Egan can punch out like 50 points off the bench, but I'd take the upside of Shibazaki. If Egan does start, I think you just take his safety of big minutes, big points. So that looks pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. So, captain, vice captains. This is the other reason why I would really like to have Pappenhausen. A Suncorp Stadium game against the Dolphins. Dude, who do I trade for him? Who do I trade? Oh, can I really trade Ponga again? Dude, if I trade Ponga out, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's one trade, right? If I'm only doing one trade, again, I'm saving another trade. Like, a lot of people are max trading at the moment. So, worst case scenario, we trade Ponga to Pappenhausen. You know, Ponga's lost a lot of cash, but he's still, like, it's pretty much sideways. Like, Pappenhausen's only a tick over 700, so he's still pretty cheap. Then we don't look at Ponga again. He's going to have some good scores in the next couple of weeks. You'd bank on it. But we just wait for Origin. If Ponga isn't playing Origin, then sure, we bring him back for the buys and probably the end of the season. That's fine. But I think you've got to... I think you need Pappenhausen just for the ceiling is too high. Yeah, it's like really hard to go against it. Really, really hard. But let's have a look at vice captain captains for now, because I mean, Gutho against Manly at 4 Pines Park, like, could be a vice captain. What's Gutho's draw like? Now I'm like, do I trade Gutho instead? Oh, God. They've got... Who do they have? They got a pretty tough draw. I don't know. Manly, Roosters, Tigers. It's all, like... I don't know. Last game was a bit of a... You know what? No, I do think we hold Gutho. If Gutho starts leaking a bit of cash, then... And he's not going to leak too quickly. Like, he's got a 65 break even still, which is pretty good. So he's every chance to make more money. And then we can, if he does start looking a little bit like they're not using him as much, they continue with that Titans plan of like cutting him out and going to the centers rather than using Gutho. Then we can go Gutho to Tedesco, which I still think is probably an upgrade. For the rest of the season. So, yeah, you know what? I'm happy to just hold Gutho for now. Oop, I almost dropped the fucking mic. So, yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I don't know what to expect with Gutho. He's been really good. I don't know. Last week's really fucking rocked me with the fullbacks, but that's fine. But, yeah, what are we doing? Who do I like? At the moment, I don't really like that many. I mean, Gutho could be a vice captain, obviously. What the hell? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to vice captain. Manly. I mean, Garrett. You could vice captain Garrick against the Dragons. He does have the ceiling in him. Doggy South. If you had Kiraz, honestly, I'd chuck the vice captaincy on Kiraz pretty comfortably because you know the base is going to be there. He just needs like one attacking stat. Dolphins, Melbourne. Obviously, Pappenhausen is he's like a sensational vice captain or captain, but probably vice. You probably just vice him. Then. Who have you got? Warriors, Bronx. Oh, you know what? Fucking Payne Hart. Oh, dude, this is why, You know what? You know fucking what? Ponga, get the hell out of here for the second time. Oh, it hurts. It feels so bad, but I I think it's the way to go. I actually, oh god, it's flex, so I've got to sort through. I think it's what you've got to do. I think this is the play. I think it is. Like, I'm so scared not owning Pappenhausen. I mean, Pong has every chance to go well, but is he? Is he? Dude, it's the worst trading a guy out 2 times now who's like potentially like he's a keeper, but like this, the way this works now, Pappenhausen vice captain, honestly into Payne Haas captain. The Broncos have 2 fucking dummy halves on the bench. So you would expect Payne Haas to play big minutes. I think he's a very safe captain option. If we wanted to get risky, I mean, Cleary against the Roosters, yeah, I don't love it. I mean, the Roosters' defense isn't necessarily great. Gold Coast, I mean, Jaden Campbell. Campbell would have been a nice vice-captain, but obviously too late in the piece. Newcastle Sharkies, Kalen Ponga, no, thank you. And then Tigers, Parramatta, I don't know. Whoever the hell. Terrell. I mean, honestly, Terrell May, you could definitely chuck the fucking captain on Terrell May. He's playing like 80 minutes every game. He's an absolute madman. 80, 70, 71 minutes. Like, it's crazy. Just a really solid option. I think this is what I'm doing. I think this is what I'm doing. I might change my mind, but like, it just feels good. It feels good to have another Storm player. And the Storm, the thing that really scares me is like their matchup / where they play. So Dolphins at Suncorp, South at Amy Park, Canberra at Suncorp, that's Magic Round, and then West Tigers at Amy Park as well. So like, it's such a good little draw. I mean, Canberra should be a tough game, but at Suncorp, Magic Round, should be some points in it. I just find it hard not to bring him in. Right, so I'm pretty sold on that. Like, it's disgusting. It is really disgusting trading Ponga out for a second time. But I think it's the option. I do think it's the option. Because I'd rather keep Iongi than Ponga. And you know what we could do? I was just going to say, Iongi's going to make money, Ponga's going to lose money. You could go Iongi straight to Ponga next week for the 3rd time. Nah, obviously we're not going to... The plan with Ponga now is obviously just fucking... Just don't even look at Ponga. Don't even look at him. Which is fine because you're not going to... The way they're going, the way he's scoring, you'd never captain or even vice captain for that matter. So, like, you're not missing out on big points if you get the double. Like, he's due to score a decent one, but, like, you're not going to captain him, so it's fine. But, yeah, Sharkies, Warriors, South... Gold Coast Para. The Gold Coast Para games definitely freak me out. Even the South game at Magic Round is a little bit, and even the New Zealand game just got me a little fricked up, dude. I don't know. Oh man, I don't know. Am I going to do Ponga to Pappenhausen? Shit, dude. I don't know. So the team going forward, let's try not to dwell on it. I'll definitely have to still think about it. But the team going forward, what are we looking at? So Billy Smith next week, I think is like, he's locked in. It's just a matter of, if Toya's out, then I think Toya... Well, actually, we don't even have to trade Toya if he's dropped. Like, it's fine to just sit there for a bit. I probably think Shibazaki gotta go. I guess that's the thing with Shibazaki. If I'm not playing Shibazaki this week, should I just trade him? should I just trade Shibazaki for another gun center wing? But then if I trade him for another gun center wing, then I have to make another choice about who to drop. Like, I can afford anybody. I can afford Herbie, but I don't need to go Herbie. You could go Kiraz. No, I think I'm just going to hold. If he loses a bit of cash, you lose a bit of cash. That's fine. I think he's probably the guy next to go, though, before Billy Smith next week. And then we decide if we're holding Arthur's. What happens with Toya. Marju, Garrick, and Jenkins, they're pretty locked in for now. Same with Purdue. He's going to make a bulk of cash. Our halves are fine for now. We do need to decide what second halfback we're going, / if we just go another dummy half. The forward pack is stocked. I think it's just a matter of if we get Fafita in next week for like a Nicholson or a Horsburgh. So, I mean, the trade, like, there's not that many positions I'm like, yeah, we need to trade now. So, like, I feel pretty good. Like, we're wasting, don't get me wrong, we're wasting trades in the fullback spot, but the rest of the team is pretty good. So, like, it's not hurting me that much. It may come back to bite me. I don't know. I'm going to wrap it up here. I've got some thinking to do. Hopefully you guys in the comment section can give me a little bit of your input. Obviously, at the end of the day, I listen to people's thoughts and opinions, but whatever my gut is sort of telling me is what I'll go with. But I'm keen to hear what you guys think about trading Ponga again for Papenhuyzen. I just feel like I feel like Papenhuyzen is almost a must-have at the moment. The way the Storm are attacking, the goal kicking, like, it's really hard not to go. He's averaging 93. He's only 700k. Like, he's still really cheap. He's still really cheap for, like, the way he's performing. So it's just hard not to go him. I know you could just trade Iongi, but, like, I can't, dude. I can't. I can't trade Iongi. It doesn't make any damn sense. Iongi could go back to Ponga before the buys. That's what could happen. And then Gutho could go to Tedesco. So the fullback spot might be getting turned on its head in a couple of weeks, but I'm happy to rock and roll like this. Hopefully guys are enjoying the content. Make sure to like and comment. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments section. Let me know what you think about the fullback spot. And also any questions of your own, let me know and I will do my best to answer. But yeah, make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.